Just got to mass. I'm almost late. Just 3 minutes more. Just gonna put on my. It's quite sunny outside today. Oof. I always secure it with this little hat pin. Have to be careful so I don't poke myself in the skull. But yeah, that's it. Hi, my loves. I have just been on the move. I haven't even had time to come and sit down and have, or stand up, as is the case, and have a little chat with you. So yeah, welcome to this video vlog, I guess. If you have been with me for a long time, you already know that this is kind of different from what I usually post on here, and I don't want to talk too much about it. I just want to just go ahead, right? Think of this as me trying something different. We'll talk about it later, okay? But for now, just try to enjoy the video. So yeah, so far first off, it's afternoon, and I have been out, as you already saw. I had to do school drop off. I had to get to mass, and I did some errands, and now I'm home. I have quite a bit of things to do at home. Some of them I should be able to show you. The others, I don't know if I'll remember to vlog them. But yeah, so let's just get right into some of them, okay? I hope you've all been well. Again, this is just me trying something new. Fingers crossed. While my coffee is warming, I need to make lunch. Yeah, so for lunch today, I wanted to make a smoothie, and then I'm gonna have that with sourdough and some eggs. And yeah, then after that, I have to jump into doing the various things that I have to do today. So first I have to change though, because we're in that season now where the weather outside and the weather inside are completely different, and also the weather in the morning and the weather later in the day are also completely different. So it was a little colder in the morning, but now it's actually quite hot, so I need to get out of the sweater, wear something a bit more comfortable, and get right. Oh, that's my coffee. And get right into it. Oopsie, have a little bit of a spill there. Anyway, yeah, today has not been my day. In fact, this week has just been a little off, but I'm really just on survival mode. Oh my goodness, speaking of survival mode, my peace lily needs a drink of water. I'm just gonna show you. These plants are so dramatic. Look how droopy it looks, all because he wants a drink of water. And I'm just gonna give it a nice little drink, and then pop it back. Right, oh, here's my coffee waiting. Okay, so I just gave the peace lily a drink of water, and I'm leaving it to drain. I wanted to show you guys something very weird. So I'm drinking my coffee, and I'm drinking it with a straw. I started doing this about almost 2 years ago, and that was because I realized that, or rather I think I learned it somewhere, that a lot of the things that stain our teeth are the things that we drink, like coffee, tea, wine, all of that. So for the past almost 2 years, I have been drinking my coffee and my tea at home, only at home, with a straw. And I have these reusable straws. For some reason, I don't do it with wine. Maybe because I don't drink wine that often. But yeah. So I really need this coffee because my energy is very low today. Also, I feel like because I haven't been in this space in a long time, I'm a bit rusty, and I definitely haven't vlogged before for YouTube. So I mean, that might add to it. I'm very amateur, so just bear with me. Again, think of it as an experiment, something I'm trying, and we'll talk about it much later. Okay, so this is what lunch is looking like. This one had a bottom, so I ate the bottom because, yeah, just to deceive myself. But yeah, this is what I'm having. I'm having 2 eggs, spinach with some butter, and the sourdough, plus the tiny bottom of the sourdough that I already ate off camera, and then my smoothie. And my smoothie. So this is lunch. Okay, my loves, it is now almost 3 p.m. I had my lunch and then I quickly made bolognese sauce that we're gonna have with spaghetti for dinner. I find that I like to, if I need to cook something for dinner, this is usually the best time to do it, along with like any other work that I have to do. Like if I have client meetings, it's typically either before lunch or after lunch. So those are my major working windows. So major work around the house or major work outside of the house like happens within that time. So now I'm just gonna go grab the kids and come home. I might not be here. I might share a little bit of dinner, but I will try to vlog again tomorrow. Today Kenneth's got violin, and then Jenna doesn't really have plans. We just do homeschool around that period, and I think the weather is kind of getting chill again, so I'm just going to throw on the sweater that I had before, and I'll see you soon. Oh yeah, before I go, I just wanted to mention also something I do in the afternoons is I do my afternoon prayer. I have like 3 times that I do prayer. I do my morning prayer, I do afternoon prayer, I do evening prayer. So my afternoon prayer is kind of like between 2 p.m. and when I get the kids from school, I like to do a little meditation before I leave. Then I say my Divine Mercy because it's 3 o'clock while I drive to his school. It's just like what, 5-10 minutes of prayer. Then when I get to his school, I typically most days just pop in. They have a very cute little chapel in his school, and I do my visit to the Blessed Sacrament there, and that's it for my afternoon prayer. In the evening, prayer wise, I just say my rosary and do a little bit of gospel and spiritual reading, and that's mostly it. So yeah, so I already did my meditation. I'm not sure that I would vlog myself doing that, but then I'm heading off now, so I'm gonna do that the rest of my prayer while I'm out. I might try to show you the cute little chapel and just how it looks while I do my visit. All right, bye. Try to hurry so we can do homework too. You have 2 minutes. Diana, would you like some tea?
Yes, please.
Diana, would you you like some tea? Kenna, would you like some tea? Okay, please eat quickly. Please eat quickly. Hi, my loves. So I'm just now making my daughter her after school snack, and I was about to heat up her meat pie. I wanted to show you guys how I store them. So typically I bake them in like a, guys, can you keep it down a little bit? I bake them in sizable batches, and then I store them in these tiny cellophane bags and then put them in the Ziploc. Honestly, I'm trying to find a better way that uses less, one-time use plastics. I might switch these to cling films, but it's still the same thing because cling film, you use it one time and it's useless. I feel like with these, I can't actually reuse these because like they have the sticker thing, the sticky thing that you can actually just guys, please, just a few more seconds, that you can actually stick them over the bag in and just have it stored airtight and nicely. But the problem with just storing them without any plastics and stuff like that is that they can stick together in the Ziploc and then it will be hard to separate them. I'm actually considering storing them in I'll figure it out. Maybe like in baking sheets, baking paper. I could just wrap them and then put them in a flat or like a wide Tupperware. That might be better. Yeah, I'll think about it because that's how I do my pancakes. With pancakes, I lay them flat and then line each layer with baking sheets. I might try them with meat pies as well and see if that works. Anyway, just wanted to show you that quickly. Kenna, would you like some tea? Tea. Some hibiscus tea? Do you want a little bit? No? You don't want any?
I want to try.
Okay. Just a little bit.
Yes, please. Not a thank you, Daddy.
How was everyone's day today? Friday. It's currently 7 a.m. Oh, a birdie. It's currently about 7 a.m. I'm sure you already saw me kind of puttering about already. I try to see if I could capture a bit of my morning routine as much as I possibly could. So I usually try to wake up at, well, not try to, I wake up at 5:30 a.m. on the weekdays. Weekends is a little different. I do 6:30 a.m. So I just try to give my body a little bit more rest. So I wake up, I come down, I do my Pilates. I use Move with Nicole. She's absolutely fantastic. So I did that. Then I did my morning prayer, meditation, and I try to do a bit of journaling while I do it. Then I had a little bit of a lemon water mix, so I usually use like about a quarter cup of warm water and then half a lemon, and I just squeeze it into it and I drink it. Then I also had like a cup of green tea with apple cider vinegar in it. These two things help to, with my just keeping my system working properly. It helps with my metabolism. It helps keep, just antioxidants away. It just gives so much. The apple cider vinegar has probiotics, and then just so many things. It helps with inflammation, gut health, all of that. So I find it very helpful. I've been doing that for like years. I can't even years. So bloating, everything, it just helps with everything. So I did that. I also drink a lot of water. I have this 1 liter bottle of water that I fill about twice a day, and I try to finish 2 of it during the day. 2.5 of it. Then what else did I do? And I started to pack lunch for my son. I don't have to pack lunch for my daughter because she's in preschool, so she gets lunch in school. I just put a water for her. So I packed his lunch. Opened the windows, the curtains, not the windows, because it's a bit chilly this morning and I'm trying to keep it warm. Yeah, so that's about it. Today, I have a lot to do, but I don't know how much of it I can get. My son's school has a school event, so we have the May crowning. So we're gonna have mass at his school, so I'm attending mass at his school this morning. Then we'll have a bit of tea. They have tea for mothers, so they're celebrating Mother's Day early, so we'll have that. That would be nice. I also need to do a bit of some errands around the house. I need to do the juicing. I've had these fruits, I bought them, so I need to get those juiced. The orange juice I poured for my son this morning is almost out, so I really need to get on that. I need to pick up some landscaping stones later today, actually early today, because the ones I have were not enough, so I have to get more. My son has an appointment later. I actually have a lot piled up to do today, so I don't know how much of that I can get, but I'll try to come back on here at least for a little bit to show you a few things, or I'll just to chat with you. So yeah, see you when I see you. So this is the third thing I'm drinking this morning, fourth besides water, and this is my coffee. This is my morning coffee, and so I tend to drink like my morning coffee around this time, and then I top up around 3 p.m. So I'm squatting because of the camera angle. I'm filming on my phone, so I can't really see, I can't tell. So I tend to drink my coffee black during the week, but on the weekends, sorry, getting ahead of myself, and I do this because it's mostly just either coffee from the coffee machine or even sometimes an instant coffee, because it's just a quick one. But on the weekends, I take my time. Weekends, I brew myself a lovely espresso on the espresso machine, and then it could be, I could make it a latte, or I could just, make whatever I want. And that is my reward for getting through the week. But for weekdays, I do just the barest minimum. Okay guys, we are already running late for my son's school activity event. Make crowning. So these are my shoes. I'm really not used to doing this. I have to run. Name of the Father. Amen. Amen. Thank you. Thank you for today. Thank you for the gift of life. Amen. Good morning, Mother Mary, Saint Joseph. Good morning, our guardian angels. Please pray for us. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Well done, Jannah. Good job. Okay, my loves, so I just got home from my son's school event. We had the May crowning, we had mass, and we had afternoon tea. It was so beautiful. Then after, the kids gave us what they made for us for Mother's Day, in honor, because everything was like done in honor of Mother's Day. So I got a few goodies that my son made. So first off, he made me, what's this me? With my lovely brown skin. He said he gave me a new dress. And then they made this lovely bag of tea for me because he knows that I love tea. So it has a little note at the end, at the back, sorry. Actually, it's a poem. It's a lovely poem, which is really beautiful. Then they made this beautiful jewelry bowl that I can put, or actually I think I'm gonna use this as a key bowl. And there's a little keychain that has me and him and his name and thumbprint right there. I really love when I know this might sound cheesy, but I love when my kids make things. I usually actually incorporate things that they make into the home decor. That way they feel very, I would say, very much a part of the home. Like they feel like they have ownership of the home. I'm just going to show you a few of the things I have in my home that my kids made. So over here I have this flower display that my daughter made. This is the flower they made for Siva's Day. So I popped it in a vase. It's a paper flower. I popped it in here and it goes right there on my work desk. This is a more recent acquisition. So my daughter in Princess Club made this. I'll tell you guys about Princess Club later. So she made this jewelry plate. It could also be a soup dish. My son also made one because he was at Princess Club that day. So the one he made is in the washroom downstairs, so people could just put their rings and stuff in it when they are and they need to wash their hands and stuff. Then my son made this when he was 2. He painted this egg, and so I got an egg holder in the shape of a hand. This egg actually broke recently, but I still use it. I'm hoping I can fix it with hot glue soon because I love the painting. It was so beautifully done and so abstract. So I put it in this and it goes right there on my jewelry desk. Then I'm just gonna turn the camera so you can see. Then over here, oh, by the way, this is where the egg stays, the jewelry plate. My daughter's flower. Sorry, I didn't put that right. Yeah, my daughter's flower, and yeah, my office and did a little bit of drawing on my printer paper. Then over here, I have on my mirror this beautiful picture that my son made for me a couple of days ago. It got wet, but that's okay. That's me and him, right? Actually, no, that's me and Jana. That's me and his sister. I have quite a bit all over the house. I even framed some of them and put them in, on the wall or give them away to people like family members and stuff. So I tend to cherish these things because I know that a lot of work goes into making it, a lot of effort goes into making it, and I just want to encourage my kids to be artistic and creative, and most importantly to put thought into making things that are meaningful for those that they love. I feel like that is one thing that my parents taught me, and it has a huge impact in the way that I do things today, in the way that I do things for people, my family, and all of that. And I'm even still learning. Like, I feel like I haven't actually lived up to the way that my mom used to do things for people, with so much love, with so much care, attention. For us growing up, for those that she'll meet today, my mom, oh my God, I want to do a lot of chit chat right now, but my mom, you can never ever see my mom at home. Like, you can never come to her home or have her visit you and not have something to cherish from that encounter. That is the person that my mom is. And I hope that someday I am that person. But for now, I'm just doing my best. So I'll find a home for all these things later. I'm actually going to use this for my car keychain, because the one I have is, yeah, I need to change it to this one. So yeah, I have a bit of change of plans. I wanted to get into my chores right now, but it's such a beautiful day. Oh my goodness, it is such a beautiful day. So I want to take a walk. I want to take a quick walk. So I'm going to change out of this and then, yeah, probably take you with me on my walk. Okay. Oh my, there's a very beautiful swan right there with the rest of the Canadian geese. Let me see if I can zoom. It's a white, beautiful swan. He's cleaning himself. So it's quite windy. I'm just taking my walk now while I do my afternoon prayer, my meditation, and it's so beautiful today outside. It's a little windy, but still the sun is out and beautiful. A lot of birds. I'll try to see if I can capture a few of the scenic parts of my walk, and I'd love to do this vlog. Okay. I'm almost done with this. So I just came back from the walk. It was so beautiful. I only take outdoor walks when the weather is pleasant. Actually, not weather per se, when the season is pleasant. I usually stop when it starts to snow and I resume again in spring. So the entire winter, every walk that I take is indoors. So I do walks on just treadmill and sometimes just around my house, like just walking all over my tiny house. But yeah, so I just have to walk up and down for so many minutes before I feel like I have gotten the walk that my body needs. sometimes just doing things around the house, I get my 10k steps. And actually, when I go to take walks outside, I don't do it because I'm trying to get, 10k steps in. It's just because it's so beautiful outside. There's so much to see, and then just seeing people, smiling at them, it feels good to be outside. But the days that I don't get to do that, which are a lot of days, especially in winter, I feel sometimes dreary, and I know that there's something missing. But yeah, one of the reasons why I also take walks, whether indoors or outdoors, is that I like to keep active. When I'm not active, I start to feel lethargic, and that is the worst thing that can happen to me. It fogs up my mind, it makes me grumpy and irritable, and I just get easily overwhelmed. I'm not able to be as present with my family as I want to, and all I want to do is just scroll through social media or watch TV. I don't get to watch TV that often, but that is the time that I want to watch as much TV as possible. So I try as much as possible not to get to that point, but it tends to happen maybe once every other month, or I just have like a day or two when I feel lethargic like that. Usually around the luteal phase of my cycle, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate. But yeah, it happens to everybody once in a while, I guess, when you're not feeling your best. Anyway, it's just almost 1 p.m. It's 12:53. I'm about to make my lunch. I had a bit of a nibble at the tea. I had a nice lemon and ginger tea, and I had a mini muffin, so I'm not super hungry, but I haven't had any nourishment like today, so I'm going to make myself a small, well, medium-sized bowl of parfait. And now the reason I have to eat even though I'm not hungry is that if I do not eat, I will get hungry at the worst possible time for dinner, and I will start snacking on everything and anything that my hands can reach. Okay, so let me make that quickly. Who does this, but when I have like leftover fruit, I just get a tiny Ziploc, either this one or the sandwich one, and then just put it in it. It'll definitely get eaten before the end of the day, but just for the time frame that it's, I can't let it just be sitting out there in the fridge uncovered, so no. I'm just seeing that I'm out of hemp seeds. Oh goodness, my husband really cleared this out. Okay. So I'm just gonna pop downstairs and grab me some. Oh gosh, I think we're out of granola. Okay, so very unplanned, but I would have to make granola real quick. These are not the best oats to make granola with, by the way. These are just regular Quaker oats, and they are definitely not the best oats for granola, but yeah, they will do. They will do. Gonna put some honey for sweetening. A pinch of salt, just to balance out the sweetness. my melted butter. Still hot. It's best to wait till it cools down a little bit, but your girl is in a hurry, so I'm just gonna preheat the oven real quick, and then I'm gonna stir this all to combine. I'm sorry this is not a proper recipe, but you know, I just eyeball these things these days because maybe, yeah, made it too many times, or that I just feel like it's one of those things where people make it however they want. I think I do have a bit of coconut, well, I would say shavings that I might want to add to it. Let's see. But if not, it's fine. I'm just gonna pop this in the oven, and then when it's done, I'll put my raisins, my seeds, and all that good stuff. Yes, I was right. I do have some coconut, shredded coconut. And I'm just gonna add, again, eyeball this, so. Something else I also like to do sometimes is just to put a little bit of cinnamon or nutmeg into it, just a dash. But this time I'm putting allspice, just a little bit. If you want, you could put vanilla essence, whatever you want, but I don't like to put too many things in mine because I want that very granola taste and feel. Now, ordinarily, you might want to line your baking sheet with something, but I'm just not gonna be bothered to do that now. It has butter in it, so it's not dry. And again, ordinarily you would want something wider just so that it gets evenly cooked faster. But you know, with these things you already know how you do it and it turns out okay, so that's just what I'm gonna do. Bit of my spoon. We're not gonna let that go to waste. Cover you while we wait. So my oven has preheated to 200 degrees. It's not done preheating, but I'm just gonna pop this in. I'll put it on the lowest shelf and just let it stay there. I'll stir occasionally till, sorry, I forgot I was filming. I'll stir occasionally till it's as brown as I want it to be. Okay guys, this, first off, I'm doing it on 400 degrees Fahrenheit, which I'm not supposed to because, yeah, but I'm in a hurry. I have just about 20 minutes to finish and eat and go get my son, so yeah, so I'm just doing the first stir. We like our granola very brown. Well, not crazy brown, but you know, relatively very brown. It's hard to do this with one hand while holding the other hand. Holding the camera with the other hand, but yeah, I'm just doing the first stir. And after this, I'll pop it back in the oven and let it brown a little bit more. Okay, so it's been 20 minutes. Actually, it hasn't been 20 minutes, but I am running super duper late, and this is as brown as I want it to be now. I've stirred it like twice now. Yeah, so it's as brown as actually no. Oh, it could work. It could work. Yeah, this is fine. So I'm just gonna let it cool, and that's when it would solidify even more. It'll become a little bit more crispy. So because it's going to take ages to cool, I'm just going to scoop out what I actually need for my lunch and let that cool separately, because like I need to eat now. And I know this doesn't make any sense, because like, why can't you just eat without the granola? But I just don't know how to explain it to you. I cannot eat parfait without granola. So anyway, I'll let this one cool, and then this is gonna cool faster and I can eat in like 10 minutes. So yeah. Okay, my loves, so my granola has cooled significantly and it's now crunchy enough to eat with. Yeah, so to eat my parfait with. So I'm just gonna go ahead and finish making my parfait. I have, oh my god, I have less than 10 minutes to finish eating and go get my son, because yeah, he has an appointment, and yeah, I have to hurry. All right. Oops. Yeah. I'm gonna pop before my seat. Again, with protein dense food, I like to put some nuts, healthy nuts, good for you. Almonds, pecans, cashew nuts, all of that. Some flax seeds. I'm making an absolute mess, I know. I'm gonna clean up. And some chia seeds. I also use hemp seeds. I use a lot of chia seeds. But I don't have hemp seeds at the moment, so yeah, this is what I have. And that's it. I'm just gonna eat this quickly and head out. Hi, my loves. So I'm heading now to go grab my son from school. I'm running late, but I had factored in a little bit of buffer time. So even though I'm late for his pickup, I'm pretty sure we will be there in time for his appointment. So anyway, yeah. Oh, I wanted to show you guys. So I already popped my nice keychain, the car keys. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, so I had to grab my coffee to go today, because I mean, most of the time no, actually that's not true. I only do this on Tuesdays, because on Tuesdays we do library Tuesdays, and I need my coffee a bit later. Like I have to leave earlier than 3 p.m. and I need my coffee around 3 p.m. So but usually other days I just wait and drink my coffee and then leave the house. So anyway, this is me. I'm just gonna sing my Divine Mercy prayer right now, because I think that at 3 p.m. I will be at the appointment still. So better now than never. Yeah. I have this tiny rosary that I use in the car when I'm saying my rosary or my Divine Mercy.
World.
For the sake of his sorrowful passion,
Have mercy on us and on the whole world.
for the sake of his sorrowful passion,
Have mercy on us and on the whole world.
Okay, so we just got back home and I went to pick my baby. Hi, sweetie. And she made me a lot of Mother's Day things at school. She made me this flower. It's a lovely flower, sweetie. Yeah. I wonder what I'm gonna do with that. I might have to put it in a frame. And this is definitely going on the fridge, right? Oh, there's one already on the fridge that you made. It's a picture of her. That one is on the fridge, and then she made me this one.
Me?
Yeah. And then she made me a purse. Sweetie, did you make me a purse? Yeah, she made me a purse. That she accidentally. It's so beautiful. Thank you, sweetie. Oh, and it's not even finished. I got another keychain. This is her tiny hand. And it's gonna go right on here. And I've got a pebble. And we just recently started collecting pebbles, right? Did we start collecting pebbles? Is that why you got me a very smooth pebble? Yeah? Thank you. I love it. So I'm gonna put it in with the rest of the pebbles. This one's got glitter, so I have to be careful so I don't get the glitter off. Okay. Anyway, so I wanted to show you guys the progress with the granola. So it's all, I don't know how this vlog turned into a granola tutorial, but it's all completely dry, as you can see and hear. So I'm just gonna put the rest of the things I put some flax seeds, I put some more coconut, like just so it's not too, I put the first batch in so that one toasts, but this batch, like this one, I'm not gonna put I don't want it to toast. That's why I'm putting it in right now, and I'll put a couple of raisins and that's it. Okay, my loves. Today.
New and that is new.
That's not new, sweetie.
It says new. Oh, and that's new too.
Oh, you mean the ones on top?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, my loves. So we just finished having afternoon snack, and I just made tea. As you can tell, we're kind of like a tea family, right? So the kids, they have theirs. Again, this is just hibiscus tea. I don't give them black tea, nothing with caffeine. No black tea, no green teas, just like natural teas. My daughter actually does drink green tea from time to time, but just in tiny quantities. So today's Friday, and they're having their little bit of weekend TV time. It starts Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's when they get TV time. While that is going on, can you turn it down a little bit?
We're not watching this.
Okay. While that is happening, I'm gonna get started on dinner. I couldn't do it because I had so much going on today, so I'm gonna make it now. I'm making seafood pasta, which is a favorite, right? Is seafood pasta a favorite?
Yeah.
So yeah, I wanted to show you guys before I started, but I guess I can show you another time. I just wanted to show you how I like kind of pre-prep my mussels and stuff, but I guess it will make more sense to show you while I'm doing it, not just how I store it. But yeah, it's gonna get loud because of the TV. I don't know if I'm gonna film me making the dinner. Oh, by the way, I don't have cooking white wine. Like I usually buy like cheap white wine for cooking, but I don't have that, so I'm gonna have to use my good wine, and that makes me sad. But yeah, okay. is dinner with the fish. Yummy?
Yes.
Daddy's working late, so there's his. So we just finished dinner and the kids are upstairs. We had a late dinner today. So the kids are upstairs. My husband is getting them ready for the night. And I'll be doing cleanup downstairs. We typically alternate them. So yesterday I had the kids for bedtime. And my husband had to do the cleanup after dinner. So I'm just now trying to gather some energy to get going. Good morning, my loves. Today is Saturday. It's 8:50 a.m. and ordinarily at this time we're getting ready for ballet and all of that. So you know the noise in the background, the rover is going. Is it called a rover? Yeah, whatever, the robot vacuum. Anyway, so we're skipping ballet today because my husband took the car for maintenance yesterday and they had to keep it overnight because it was so late. So I could have just gone with an Uber, honestly, but I'm not feeling quite up to it today. So we're gonna skip ballet today. I'm really not feeling up to it. I actually try to stay in bed a little later today, which I feel good about, and never really got to do that. But I do have a few things to do today. I need to get my daughter's hair done today, and I also need to, minus, lunch, dinner, pack. My kids already had breakfast. I need to work a little bit outdoors, so I'm gonna skip my workouts today because that is gonna be a major workout. I'm gonna be carrying the stones and putting them in their places. I like to do this myself. Of course, my husband is there and he could help, but he just gets it outdoors for me, and I like to lay it in myself. So yeah, that will be my workout, and I'll probably take a walk later today. So yeah. Babies, are you done making your bed and cleaning up your room? Did you finish yet?
What did you say?
Did you finish making your beds and cleaning up your room? I'm gonna give you 10 minutes, okay? 10 more minutes. I'm gonna set a timer downstairs, okay? Hey Google, set a timer for 10 minutes.
Got it. 10 minutes. And that's starting now.
Generally with my kids, I don't really believe in Saturdays being for just chores, right? Or rather Saturdays being the only days for chores. They have chores that they do during the week. They set the dinner table every day. They clean up after themselves. I don't really count that as a chore, although it's an age-appropriate chore right now. So they clean up after themselves, after meals, when they, their rooms, their bedrooms, they tidy it up and clean it up themselves for the most part. But Saturdays, I try to at least get them to do something a little bit extra. So they used to make their beds in the mornings before school, but I found that right now it's not really working because the time constraint makes it very hard to get everybody ready and make their beds and all of that every single day. So some mornings they do it, but every Saturday I at least try to get them to do it. Saturday, Sunday, make your bed, clean up your room. Weekdays, it's okay if we don't get to do it because we're running late, but non-negotiable Saturday and Sunday. And I know some people might think it's a bit too young 5 and 3. But for me, I'm not focused on the results, like the way that it looks on perfection. I'm focused on long-term habits that are formed over time, and also in building their confidence in their abilities. So I don't necessarily praise the perfect outcome. I focus more on praising the actual effort and the process that it took them to make it. Oh, I see that you tucked in the corners today. That is lovely. Oh, I see you try to do a fold. Good job. All of that. So yeah, oh, there's a pretty birdie out on the fence. I love to open my windows in the morning and just leave them open, like the curtains, not the windows. Yeah, the windows when it's not too cold, but the curtains, so I can see what's going on outside. I digress. Anyway, so that's just the thought process behind it. And I find that with time, they get better at making their beds or doing whatever chore that they are assigned. And of course, you know, you have to grow with them. The things that they are given as a responsibility it has to keep growing with them, because that's the only way to grow confidence in kids. Give them skills, let them learn skills, and then they'll learn. Ooh, a squirrel. Hi, squirrel. My kids love animals, so we love to. We actually sometimes put out like nuts and things for them. I don't know if I want to do that long term, but I was thinking of, I have so much plans for my matchbox sized backyard. Literally, my backyard is like this small, but I have so many grand plans for it. My sisters laugh at me and they say, oh, that I'm operating on faith, which is, it's not bad. Anyway, enough chit chatting. Progressing. It's currently 11:30 and I'm about to start making lunch, well, brunch. I don't know if I mentioned before, but I know mommy's about to make pancakes. Just give me a second, okay? I'm about to start.
always have to make videos?
I'm vlogging, so that's why it's called vlogging. I'm gonna tell you about it soon, okay, sweetie? Anyway, so I wanted to show you guys how I do it. So first I'm not gonna talk about the recipe, but I wanted to tell you what I do to make my life easier so that I don't get things like this. Like, I'm hungry for pancakes. I usually just prep my storage bin and then using my griddle right here.
I'm hungry for pancakes.
Hold on, sweetie. I batch prep all the pancakes that we're gonna have for like 2, 3, 4 weeks. Actually, like 4 weeks. And I store them in here. Actually, 3 weeks, not 4 weeks. I store them in here in the freezer. As you can see, it already has like parchment paper. Actually, these are butcher paper, not parchment paper in them. And I use it to line them. So I already prepped that so that it's easy for me to store as I fry them, right? So I make them on the griddle. I fry them and I put them in there. So we have pancakes sorted for the longest time. I try to make my pancakes protein pancakes, and to do that I use a bit of yogurt and a bit of kefir to make it a bit more nutritious, right, for my kids. All right, sweetie.
Hungry.
Yes.
Hungry.
Give mommy about 10 minutes and you have pancakes. Hi my loves, so it is 1:30 on the dot and I'm just about to eat my lunch. I spent the past 30 minutes making pancakes. I batch prepped. You already saw me doing those, and I had my coffee while I was my weekend coffee while I was making the pancakes. So yeah, Ark of the Covenant,
Pray for us.
Gate of Heaven,
Pray for us.
Morning Star, Morning Star,
Pray for us.
Pray for us.
Health of the Sick,
Pray for us.
we're outdoors now, walking. The kids are scooted. Yeah. You okay? What is it?
I saw a bug.
Okay, so we just got back from mass and I was in such a hurry, so I didn't actually have time to chit chat. But yeah, this is what I wore for mass. It's a simple dress, it's sleeveless, so I wore this cardigan on it. I already took off my shoes, then my purse, and I have my bracelets from the babies. Yeah, I had that really nice surprise from the babies. They sang me a Mother's Day song with instruments and all of that. And I got shoes. Thanks, babe. I got a new pair of shoes. Yeah, so now we're just gonna settle into the day. I'm about to make lunch, a quick lunch for everyone. And then, yeah. Probably have to do the stones today because it's such a beautiful day. Let me show you guys. So beautiful outside, so sunny, so lovely. Yeah, so I'll probably have to do that today. And then other than that, it would be mostly chill. Oh yeah, I have to cook dinner. So yeah, there's that. Okay. It says my cup overflows from 23 for the three of us. Who's gonna have some? Yeah?
Please, please, please.
Yeah, that's okay. We're gonna have it for brunch. We're just gonna let that brew for a little bit.
I am waiting for some.
Tea comes at the table. I already brought out everything. I'm just about to feed my starter. I ran out of sourdough bread on Thursday, so you want tea?
Yeah,
But you already had tea today, so
no,
Can you hold on? I'm coming. Just give me a second, okay? Okay? Thank you. So, I ran out of sourdough last week, so I have to make another batch. So I got out my starter early this morning. I was supposed to have fed it since, but I was busy. So I'm just gonna feed it now. Oh, such a beautiful day. I'm gonna feed it right now, and then because I want to see if I can bake tomorrow or latest by Tuesday. My hands are so dry. So anyway, so I'm just gonna feed it right now.